Some sad experiences I've had. Really, a lot of these sad experiences more come from dealing with ex-members of the Hebrew Israelism movement, and some even with people who are attached in some way, usually through family ties, to a current adherent. The reason why I say the stories come more from those groups of people is because a lot of the current adherents of Hebrew Israelism, they're relatively closed off to anyone they perceive to be an outsider. So you simply just don't know as much. Sometimes you can read between the lines, but you don't know as much. But when people come out, when men and women leave Hebrew Israelism, they want to tell their story a lot of times. A lot of times they don't. There's fear there, don't get me wrong. But they usually become more open and vulnerable, and then you hear the stories, and it's tough. It's tough to hear some of these stories. Specifically, honestly, many of the women have been mistreated. I don't just strictly mean domestic abuse. That's not what I'm saying. However, honestly, sometimes that does pop up as a serious issue from time to time. Other things come to light. I mean, more in general, though, I'm talking about just spouses seeing their loved one transform radically before their eyes, devolve in a sense of not progressing. Let me explain what I mean. This is really from their own words. I've heard people describe their spouses do this. They go from happy, joyful, kind, fun-loving, that kind of person, to joyless, rigid, judgmental, controlling, easily angered and offended, domineering, harsh, and bigoted. That's the kind of person they see them become a lot of times. That's what they express to me. And they'll say things like, I don't recognize them anymore. I don't know who they are. They look more like their camp leader than my husband or my wife or my daughter or my son or even my mom and dad. This is sad. And there's also equally troubling stories about parents or family members basically trying to brainwash children into despising children or people in general of other ethnicities. It's sad.